What is up, the world of the living? My name is Zloyxp and welcome back to Truly Bedrock, friends. Today I'm once again wearing my outdated librarian coat, and that means that it's time to finally address your comments.
Thief! However, if you can steal from me, I can steal from you.
Oh my. What you gonna steal? My terrible personality? If you don't know what this is occasional thing I do where we go to the comment library of the season and we write down your comments from previous videos into the book of comments for the season. So, for example, we have comments for first 10 episodes already in, and today we're gonna go through episodes 11 to 21 and write down one comment for each, just you know, to congratulate people and to kind of have fun with it. So, episode 11 instantly goes to Casey Those Things, who says, I'm not sure what breed he is. Well, oh, he's just a little boy. Just a little creature. And, darn it. Do I regret getting myself a Tumblr? Can't stop having it now. Can't stop having it. Episode 12 is where we worked with DaphneElaine on creating the first world of the hub project, and it came out rather well, except we never finished it, turns out. Oh well, I gotta remind her or get working on it myself. Point being, when we were mucking about with the concept of the world, we decided to implement scientist villagers who will be running about kind of pretending to work on something. This guy here is one of those, and the comment that I really loved is actually the comment that I was wondering about myself. And it goes like this. Somebody previously known as Marina Yanchuk says, if a villager sleeps in a bed in the nether, will the bed still blow up? And the answer is, no one really knows. You see, right now we can do a time set night, and the villagers in the old world will attempt to go to sleep. Will you now? Guys, sleep. There we go. There we go. But in the nether, mind you, time is not an issue whatsoever. There's no sky access, so I'm pretty sure villagers can bond and will bond to a bed. But even if we do a time set night, they will not go to sleep. No, wait, they will... What? Oh, that changes things. First and foremost, the bed doesn't blow up, even though, in my personal opinion, it kinda should. It should be allowed for a bed to blow up, because if a player tries it, yeah, it kinda looks hilarious. Oh look, he survived! But no, my point is, I genuinely thought that this is not something possible. Is it? At least not in survival, question mark. I gotta test this out, because I was genuinely under the impression that you cannot make a resettable and consistent village in the nether due to the fact that the villagers will not go to bed, because they need to go to bed to be able to. Why are you spawning as a tiger ones, guys? This is bizarre. Anyway, because the villagers will not go to bed, because they will not renew their trades in the morning, because there is no time in the nether. But if there is time and they will renew trades, then this is something very, very interesting and something I should definitely experiment with, because nether, as I always say, is actually the most safest place for the villagers when I'm, you know, not blowing up beds, because the only threat to villager in the wild are zombies, and there are no zombies in the nether. There are zombie pigmen, but they don't really care about villagers, even though villagers are afraid of them. So this kinda makes sense to try sometime later into the season. Although at the moment, I'm way too busy making cities in the actual overworld of the season 1. Episode 13 is the one in which we introduced the concept of this thing, the Pebble 1.5, let's put it that way. The idea was that because nobody knows the Unicode codes for the symbols, especially not for the first one and the last one, the coded one, no one will be able to fake this coin plus sunflowers, unliked books, stuck up to 64. Now, of course, that was a mistake, and many people pointed that out. So one special thank you goes to, what's their face, Desert Blaster, who said, actually you can still use the book but change the offer to a coded text, which is exactly what we did. The coin thing you made is still fakeable if someone puts it in an anvil and copies the text with some hotkey magics, which, yeah, that is definitely the case. Here I am, Ctrl-A, Ctrl-C, and let's rename this gunpowder. There we go. Congratulations, we faked the pebbles. If that was not pointed out to me, it would have been such a disaster. I cannot believe. I cannot believe what giant bullet, not even a bullet, a flipping bomb we dodged. Just thanks to several people pointing this out in my comment section. So, thank you once again. I'm glad that I have this habit of reading what people actually say about me. Episode 14 was the one in which we once again did the diamond shop and visited the bank. And this caused Red Kaneki in particular to kind of question my intentions. Basically the question they asked is, are you really using Hermitcoin now? And Hermitcoin is something Mumbo Jumbo developed for Hermitcraft server at one point. Never used it on there, but did have our video. The differences between his design and ours is that his one was much more fakeable, I wanna say. And also it used much more redstone. It was basically just how to power one single shop. We went much less automated, and we went more ideological, and we went kind of more fake proof, more counterfeit proof, which is, I feel, also okay. That is basically mostly because we wanted to adapt the entire marketplace and not just shops made by us to this currency, and currently we're failing to do so because none of the shops on the server are currently selling anything for not Hermitcoin, for the pebble that we introduced for the currency. So that's a bit of a hiccup. We're working on it, trust me, we'll get there eventually. It is a very long con, and we are currently in the long stage, so it's fine. Episode 15 is one of the mining base episodes, the one in which we set up a strip mine, which I'm using, and on top of which currently resides the town hall of the town Moonfall. And the comment that I really liked was, once again, about me throwing diamonds in the lava, because that's something I especially like to do. Comment section confused screaming. Now, this actually gives me a perfect opportunity to talk a little bit about my general approach to resource in Minecraft. You see, friends, having diamonds in Minecraft makes it's not that it doesn't make any sense to me, it means nothing to me, because there is no way of produce diamonds. To me, any particular resource is much more valuable when you can replicate it, when you can make more of it. So, for example, just having sugarcane is not enough. I need a sugarcane farm. So, coincidentally, just having diamonds is irrelevant, because I don't want diamonds. I want all the diamonds. I want the ability to make more of them. So, in a situation where I am a zombie, and I'm a zombie because I die constantly, and I used to die even more in Minecraft, and what I used to do a lot, it's where my ideology of that point even comes from, is I constantly die losing all of my gear. So to me, the most valuable thing is not the gear itself, it's the ability to quickly replicate your gear, to respawn, go through 5 minutes of some machinations, and come out on top back as good as you started, because ultimately everything is passing. Yeah, everything, this too shall pass. Everything will get destroyed eventually by moon rocks, by people who don't like you, by cats. Yeah, and that's why you need a network. You need something to support you, to keep you get up after you fall. And that's basically why I flung diamonds into lava, because diamonds themselves stand for a valuable thing that you cannot produce more of, which you totally can, because villagers. Episode 16 was the one in which I ranked all the different biome-specific villagers. And yeah, I did not rank the villagers of the jungle because I couldn't find a jungle at the moment. Well, now I have this jungle biome and I have this spawn egg, so boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I'm a big fan of them, even though their orange tassel, you know, the leopard, okay, let's put it this way, ocelot rug that they wear, kinda goes really well with their brown coats, but at the same time, I don't think these are some of my favorite ones. They would go well as a military force of some sort, because of their leopard skins kind of hanging like tassels on their shoulders. But other than that, I don't know, I don't feel like these ones are particularly interesting. Especially because they still have this, the vines, the green, as a belt. And that's just, I hate it when the villagers use any of the grass as clothing item. So yeah, they rank somewhere on the, I don't know, B grade, probably. Let's say B grade. But the comment I really wanted to highlight for this episode is actually from a fellow Russian person, Dmitry Nikolaev. Товарищ Злой, can you sorry, I forgot to tune in my accent. Товарищ Злой, can you add Russian subtitles in your videos? Your Soviet motherland don't understand this capitalist language, but want to watch your spy missions. And thanks, friend. Thank you for perpetuating the "you are from Russia, therefore you are KGB agent" thing. Those jokes, by the way, are always funny. This is sarcasm. And they are very original, and I totally don't get thousands of them. Okay, dozens of them. Just great, favorite thing ever, but I'm highlighting this one just because a person really actually went out of their way and tried to speak language they don't speak. So thank you for that, though I would really not care for that tone, and also the problem is that subtitles, and that's something that a lot of my Russian fans and a lot of my even Hermitcraft Recap people, Hermitcraft Recap fans highlighted to me like, dude, start doing subtitles, because if you don't have time to produce Russian videos, your Russian audience will be at least able to watch your English ones. And at the same time, people who have like hearing problems would love to have subtitles on the Hermitcraft Recap. And here's the thing, I tried. First and foremost, translating a Let's Play is already a headache, because Let's Play is basically just, especially my Let's Play, it's just me talking non-stop all the time for 30 minutes. That's a lot of text to translate. At the same time, subtitles are all about timing. They're all about timing, they're all about right words appearing at the right moment. They're all about stuff being more or less accurate, and even though we have scripts written out for the Hermitcraft Recap, I attempted actually adding subtitles to a couple of videos, and it was not even just a headache, it was terrible. It's a lot of work, and in the time that I would spend adding Russian subtitles to a English language Let's Play, in that time I would have produced another episode of that Let's Play. So it's a waste of time, especially of the fans' time, and like for a very low outcome. And by low outcome, I don't mean like that you don't pay me enough. You don't pay me anything, guys. But on a Let's Play with like barely 1,000 views per video, that's just not worth it, okay? There's just not enough for a fanbase to bother. Though there is this thing where you can enable, I'm pretty sure, people to add subtitles to your videos somehow. So that is a little bit of a thing. And yes, you are seeing in the background the building of the Council of the Moonfall. I'm currently in the process of figuring it out. I'm pretty sure it looks freaking amazing right now. Just watch me mess it up. Also, please don't comment about how I typed episode 15 twice. There we go, I fixed it. Happy now? Alright, episode 17. This was the episode in which we created the cactus farm. And Metapema commented, I really don't understand why more people aren't doing something like your keep a double chest and how to use everything over that system. And yeah, the answer probably is that people haven't probably caught up yet. with the idea of composters. I genuinely believe that this way is exactly the intended use of a composter, because before in Minecraft it was that whenever you have a composter, you just end up. Before in Minecraft, without a composter, you would just had stacks upon stacks of chests upon chests of particular material, and not necessarily material you would want to keep, like cactus, pumpkins, carrots, potatoes, that kind of stuff. And people would usually create massive farms for that and to store that kind of materials. But the truth is, people don't really need it unless, mind you, they are villager trading. And that's, I feel, is why Minecraft community might not have adapted to the new meta yet, because the villagers now operate way differently than they were before, in that you don't actually need that many items to trade with villagers reliably, because they reset every morning anyway. And it used to be that you could just splurge an entire double chest of pumpkins on a single villager trader and get not that many emeralds in exchange. Nowadays, with just 6 pumpkins and 4 melon slices per emerald, this is kind of redundant and silly to have more than a double chest, because the guy is gonna lock up anyway. So yeah, I'm quite proud of the system by the way, and I feel like a lot of Minecrafters are gonna be adapting it in the future, especially if they will want to build their farms from scratch. And that's another point about the system is you only really get to install it if you build the farm from scratch, because only then it clicks in your brain. And many YouTubers and many Minecrafters have actually not reset their worlds between previous update and the current version of the Minecraft. So I'm guessing that's where the lag on the update is coming from. People just haven't pondered this question that much. Though really, I don't claim to be a Minecraft innovator. I'm pretty sure there are millions of people who came up with this exact idea and are currently using it for their benefit. So, yeah, that's the gist of it for episode 17. Let's see what episode 18 has in store. What are you gonna do about the Diamonds Alliance? Says Rogue Ninja. Who? Oh, okay, I looked it up, and apparently they meant Team Slaxy, you know, Slack and Foxy. And what am I gonna do about them? Well, what do I need to do about them, really? They haven't been a threat to me in, like, forever. If you don't know, SlackLizard, the owner of the one and only witch farm on the server, so the monopolist of the gunpowder variety. Holy poop, this looks intimidating. Yeah. And FoxyNoTail, my neighbor and nemesis, have been collaborating on the idea of not letting us implement pebbles as the currency. The problem with that is, of course, that silentwisperer is currently the main provider of elytras on the market. I, in the meantime, am the main provider of the iron on the market. And at the same time, I am basically a monopolist on the mending books, because, well, nobody else is selling them at a fast enough rate. I'm the only one who has time to go ahead and grind some for the resale purposes. So, yeah, it feels to me like there's nothing they can do about us at the moment, because if we want to sell stuff for pebbles, we will sell stuff for pebbles. And it doesn't seem like we need to do anything about them, because they are genuinely not a threat. Not in the slightest. So, guess that's the answer. Although I know they recently hired DaphneElaine on top of everything in an attempt to, I don't know what they're attempting, because on the market she's not even a monopolist. She's much valuable as a builder than she is as a marketing ally. So again, I don't know what they're playing at. I'm pretty sure it's something utterly pointless. They have no chance of taking me on, I promise. Episode 19 is the one in which we did the wall of jobs, and MarkGPA suggested that the wall of jobs should probably function this way. Just wire it up so a button activates a dispenser which is preloaded with random shulkers with the contract and the tools and pebbles. Release the redstone, and yeah, Mark is absolutely right. That would be incredibly simple redstone. The problem, of course, is that I don't want people to get their job assigned at random. My problem is that I want people to actually be kind of weary and knowing about what type of job they're signing for. So, if there's a job in the job wall for someone to chop down trees, I want a person who actually wants to chop down trees to go for it, which is not necessarily high. It's not necessarily a problem, and not something I'm bothered about. Was he tracking someone in here? No, he was not. He just really wanted to go into the tavern, and I killed him instead. Anyway, the job of, the wall of jobs, by the way, has been cleaned out because Zap, actually the member of the server, Zap did come over and complete both tasks, and I now have a bunch of netherrack, netherwort, and an absolute ton of that other thing that I asked for. I don't even remember what now. According to my own shopping list, only snacks and I'm pretty sure stone bricks remain, and I have plenty of stone bricks. And snacks can be bought from Daphne, I guess, so it's not necessarily a problem. Let's see though. Episode 19 we also walked on the tavern, and that was the one in which we did the interior. Let's see what the comments have to offer. Zloy, why you stop doing a comment book? How do I say? Actually, alright, there is a real good comment in that episode, and it comes from Morgan Jeffries, who says you should name some paper contracted and add them into a chest. The person who claims a task adds the paper into the barrel to show that task has been taken. Now, that actually gave me an idea, but that idea would only work on Java Minecraft because, well, Java Minecraft. Thing is that on Java Minecraft you can easily, no, that's not what I wanted to do, easily put an item frame under a sign by just right-clicking a block behind it. Here we cannot do that because it's Bedrock Edition, so you know. And the trick about that is that on Java Edition, that is how I would generally signify that, oh, the job is taken. So I would just have a chest full of item frames waiting right next to the job, and if you have taken the job, if you are completing it currently, you just plop an item frame. Now the idea with contracted is really good, but it really will not work unless we actually, okay, that's actually, it will work regardless. But what also might be a useful idea is to take an anvil and just place it next to the contractors thing, right next to the wall, just so people who will come to hire someone from now on will have an easier time doing so, because, well, anvils are useful and really fun. Okay, let's plop one. Look at that. Look how well it... Oh my god, I love it. 3 stacks should be enough. Hopefully people will use it. And, man, this looks naked right about now. I gotta come up with more quests for people to do. And yeah, somebody in that exact comment section actually did speculate that maybe it would be fun to have, like, more in-depth quest for the cash available at the freelance tavern, which I honestly think is a great idea, and it's kind of the end goal of this particular project. But we will be going that way sometime later. Right now, I barely have resources to create my own adventures. And finally we get to episode 21, the previous one, the one about the map that's also a newspaper. I'm glad that you guys loved this idea so much, and basically that's the entire comment section full of people telling me that I'm an idiot! Because you can craft maps 2 ways nowadays. The way I used is, of course, this one, but the way normal people use is this one, because it allows you to save up on like 8 pieces of paper. This translates 1 piece of paper to a map, this translates 9 pieces of paper to a map. So this is just a waste of everybody's resources, which is kind of a bit of a sad, honestly, because that was, like, the expensiveness of the maps was my motivation for making a sugarcane farm as my next project. But I guess this kind of puts a kibosh on it, because badonk! And this is basically 3 months worth, okay, at the very least 2 months worth of newspaper easily printed. I'm having a mental breakdown at the moment. Another really helpful comment was from Dmit182, who said, Zloy, interesting fact, you said that you don't want to make a locator map because you don't want people to find a place with the news. But then you showed the coordinates in the video. You simplified the task for the vandals. And yes, you are entirely right, but at the same time, the map is locked. Who cares? Even if people find that place and ruin it, I'll just find a different desert. Honestly, usually it takes me forever to create something like that. This time, the entire map took just 1 day of work. And that's unprecedented, basically. Now, of course, I only used 2 colors, essentially, but at the same time, it's all fine, it's great, it still looks pretty good, and that's why I don't feel like doing the next episode of the newspaper on colored blocks, because I just don't want to. It looks nicer that way. Although the brown could have been darker, honestly, I would much prefer it if it would have been tiny bit darker, so there's a bit more contrast. Anyway, the comment to put in a book is actually one of my favorite ones ever, because I love it when you guys think the same idea, get the same idea I had. And this comment is, it's me noob random says, Zloy make a Sudoku, crossword or something like that for entertainment. Which, I had that exact idea. It wouldn't fit on the map. Damn it. The problem is that if you want to make a Sudoku or like a crossword, it will take the entire map. And also, another problem is that to solve it, the person will have to come to the place and actually solve it right there on the spot. Which will kind of ruin it for everybody else. I mean, not really if the maps are locked, but even then. Basically, my point is, it would be hilarious, but it would be also incredibly inconvenient to solve. And that's just, you know, that's sad, because it's something really, really funny. I did want, though, at one point, to make a joke about the newspaper actually having puzzles and crosswords. It's just on the other side of the page. You know, the side that you cannot see. I promise it's there. Prove me wrong, I dare you. And that's my 2 cents on the issue. It's a really good idea, and I really wish we could do that. But sadly, it would be so inconvenient to solve. Like, the only way, if I made a Sudoku, to solve it, would be to take a screenshot of it and solve it in Microsoft Paint. Which is just, you know, inconvenient. At that point, you might as well just get a Sudoku app for a phone and do that instead. Anyway, that would be the last of the comments for the now. I'm looking forward to more of those. Let's go put the book back on its pedestal, and I think that will be enough for today. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. This has been Zloyxp, this has been the Library of Comments, this has been Truly Bedrock. To be continued, have a good one. Leave a comment. You know, goes a long way.